Cheers, 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 cheers. Let me cut this music. How you doing today? Let's put some beat music on so that we don't get any flags or anything like that. So, beat music. Doing an inside chat. Okay, there. Should be good on this one. I'll be back. I'm gonna get something to drink. I'll be right back. Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy. It's your boy, aka Knife Thrower, aka Cowboy, aka motherfucking Red October. I won't be cursing. So, anyway, what's going on, Thomas? Got the laptop, got the blue lights on there. I just need a microphone. Hopefully, you can hear me. We can change the color up. Do some red. How about that? Red or blue? Which one? Well, there's some green. Blue. Man, it's been a long day. It has been a day, for sure. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Let me kick off my boots. Oh. Ugh. Man, it's been a day. I tell you what, a little bit more than I care for, but it is what it is, and I am not going to stress over stuff that I don't have any control over. I'm not going to get flustered. I started to, but I'm not. So, what do we got here? Really different setup. Here you good. Okay, awesome. Is the music too loud? I can turn down a little bit. I got the speaker right over here. So I would do more setups like this, but I don't have an area set up. I'd have to clear out one of the rooms or set that up over there. I'm home alone. I'm solo for right now. So I thought, let me just do it inside. I was going to go outside and do the chat, but you know, when it's more outdoors. Hey, first shot. I don't got my glasses on. I see it. I got the computer over here, but there's a second delay on that. So it's let's see, what do I got here? Check that out. Red, green. We'll keep it red. Red October. Yep. How many of y'all saw the video? Did you see the video? Let's see. What am I drinking? I am drinking Irish liqueur. I'm not really a whiskey or I'll drink beer every once in a while, but I've really laid off the beer, you know, the light beer. I stopped drinking the heavy beer for a while back. And then I went to Bud Light, and then I went to Ultra, which is good, but it's not that kind of night. So I thought I want some liquor, so I'll do some Irish liqueur. It's a little bit of milky, but I like it. As long as I don't drink too much of it, I won't get too lit up. So, but I thought, let me do a chat inside. I never do it inside. I got the lights off so you can't see the house behind me or whatever, but this will work. So, and I'm home alone, so hopefully I don't get too happy. I need to figure out dinner and stuff. So just running some errands. Did you get a chance to watch that video I uploaded earlier? It's pretty funny. So How y'all doing? Thomas in the house. First shots in the house. It says 3 people, so I don't know who the third lurker is. If you're the lurker, man, just say hello. It's all good. Don't be shy. Just say, hey, Red, it's so-and-so. It's your boy. And I'll say, welcome to the chat. I haven't seen the videos from earlier today. Okay. You'll know what I'm talking about later on when you see it. And you'll be like, it's your boy, Red October. It's you, AKA, hey, gun loving grandpa. Cheers to you. Welcome. Trying something different. Inside setup. So got the laptop over here, as you can see, to my glasses. And then of course I got the little red lights there, trying to do a little setup. Not trying to be like anybody, just this is my setup at my desk. So there's that green, the Hulk, blues just for cool, and then red, you know, if you want to do fire. So never do red, I'll do blue. Let's see, had tequila before never, again, back in the 1970s. That stuff had the world spinning. Man, I don't mess with tequila. And I got this on because I actually had to go into a state government facility building earlier. So what's for dinner? I don't know. I was gonna do, I'm actually rolling solo tonight. So wife and daughter are doing some stuff. So I have the house to myself. I was gonna run and give me some catfish or a sandwich, but once I start drinking, I probably won't make it outside the house. And that's a good thing, right? You don't want to be drinking driving. Let's see. So we got Thomas, first shot, gun-loving grandpa. Thomas had tequila, yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. But let me say this for you early bird specialists. Let me turn that down a bit. Let me give you some words of advice, some wisdom from Red October. If you have family, a wife, a husband, a partner, because you know there's partners out there, kids, and you love them, and you either are getting up there in age or you feel that, hey, I want to take the precautions and put a will, some type of, power of attorney, some type of estate set up. Set that up now. I know a lot of people get turned off by even doing that because they're like, I need to do a will. Yeah, do a will because, Frito pie is good. Do a will because if you don't do a will, and me and my wife are going to do this once I get some stuff settled with grandpa and his home and all that, you will find yourself, if you're the surviving spouse, or your kids will find themselves in a world of legal issues, court issues, having to file stuff. I mean, it can be a mess. Luckily, at the end of the day, it turned out to be okay. A little quick story. If y'all want to hear a short story, I'll try to keep it short and sweet. Let me know about grandpa. Let me know. If not, I'm going to move on, but consider doing that. And I know nobody wants to do it because they're thinking, well, I'm not old yet and I'm not about to die, and I'll do that later. I'm at the point now where it's like, I told my wife, I was like, when I get this stuff settled with grandpa, we're going to do ours next. It doesn't mean that we're going to die. It doesn't mean that we're old. It doesn't mean we're going to the nursing home. I want to put these things in place because if, God forbid, did your grandpa pass on his gun suit? Yes, I got them. They're secured. That's not even an issue. But yes, to answer your question, that's a whole another chapter that I got to go through and figure out what I want to do and this and that, but not in a rush. But you make things easier on yourself, on your partner, your loved one, your kids, or whoever's going to inherit your stuff. Because when you die, and we all die, unless you're a robot, unless you're AI, Unless, unless, unless you're AI or you're some type of robot, you will die. And whatever you own, even if it's just an old rustic, beat up car. Hi Vanessa, welcome to the chat. It's been a hell of a day. So I'm drinking some Irish liqueur. Even if you own a beat up vehicle, if you own a pair of boots that you believe is valuable, or you own a house, or maybe you have some savings, you will find yourself, or your partner will find themselves, or your kids will, in a world of mess if you don't, yes, embrace our cyber future. Remind me about that. We'll talk about that soon, Vanessa. Um, it's the right thing to do. I had an uncle that came down from El Paso, Vietnam vet, was telling me that it was telling me and my wife, y'all need to do that because he goes, I did that, so now everything's in place. When I die, everything is marked as far as who's getting what kids are getting this and that, what I want to do as far as being buried, where I want to be buried, what my portion of what I own, who it goes to, how I want that to be rolled out when I die. There's nothing wrong with that, right? As you get older, you think about that. If you were in your 40s and beyond, you should really start thinking about that. So once I'm done with this grandpa stuff, should always make a will, living will, wills, health, yes, all that. Because if you find yourself in a medical situation, in a coma, you need open heart surgery or something serious, like they need to cut a limb off, the doctor, the hospital, they're going to ask you, who is making this call? Who has authority to make this decision? And we need that decision so we can proceed. I've been asked that a couple of times, and luckily none of the family has argued with me on that. And they said, that boy over there, Red, he's in charge of that. And they said, and I was like, that's fine, do it. It's okay. They never asked for paperwork, but if you ever have a disagreement with a family member, it is good to have that because you don't realize how important it is, right? So, or if you're getting older and one of your kids wants to throw you in the nursing home and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not ready. You at least have some authority to say, you're not in charge. This other kid's in charge, or I have some property and it's only going to this kid and that kid, and the other kid's going to get my house. You two are going to get my land out in this over here. You're going to get the other kid over there. You're going to get my guns. You need to have that out because what happens is family argues, family fights, family will dispute what was said, what was done, and they will say, oh, well, Grandpa said I can have this. Grandpa said I could do this. Grandpa said you were going to split the house with me, etc. Right? Luckily, I'm not in that situation. I thought it was going to be a mess. Let's see. I'm sorry, let me read some of the comments. Should always make a will. Do not leave your decisions. You want them. Exactly, Vanessa. What do you think? 1 or 2,000 for a will to set up? Well, I don't know for a shot. I heard it could be a couple $1,000s. That's what I heard. So just a quick story on my situation. Me and my grandfather went to an attorney's office back in 2000, around that time frame. We had the will and testament done, and we had the deed of gift done. We had all the legal paperwork done. That was in 2000. Fast forward to 2021, we're what, 20 years later? At the time, what was supposed to happen was I got copies of the will, the deed of trust, the gift of deed, all that stuff. What was supposed to happen was, yeah, I see that Red pointed out me, and she said he is there. And said He is leaving me all his guns. LOL. Yeah, the base jag officer helps you. Yeah, if you can start that now, do it. Don't be arrogant. Don't be hard headed. There's so many hard headed people I know, and I just shake my head at some of the people I know in my life. I'm just like, why are you so freaking hard headed? Like, you know. Let me see if I can see this without glasses. Nope, can't see without my glasses. Getting old, Red. Getting old. So you wouldn't know it when I throw the knives, would you? But the price as a civilian depends on the complexity of the will. So the thing is, so luckily we had that all worked out. What was supposed to happen was no will, just take it all with you. Take it all with you. You're not gonna be very with it. That's what I told my grandpa. I was like, you ain't taking this shit with you. Yeah, I don't care. Your house is not going with you. Your guns are not going with you. It's just gonna be you and the clothes you have in the box. That's it. Rest in peace, Grandpa. I did him right. I did right. Got him buried. Did it right. Fulfilled my obligations to the end. But luckily, so today I was gonna go and get some stuff. It don't work that way. Nothing goes with you exactly. Mainly I just kind of put it off because of taxes and stuff. Because I thought there's no need to. He's alive. Paperwork's there, right? All I gotta do is go to the county clerk's office, get it filed, whatever. A little bit more complicated than that. So what was supposed to happen was the attorney's office was supposed to file the paperwork with the county clerk's office to get it on the record. And then the county clerk's office was supposed to mail to my grandfather's house the certified record documents, whatever, right? The originals. And couldn't find them. The attorney was like, hey, luckily he's alive. I called the number. Luckily the guy's alive. Doesn't practice. He's semi-retired. He said he just practices outside his home. I guess he has an inside office studio, like a lot of people. Excuse me. And luckily his number did not change. So I called him and he's like, yeah, he remembered. And so he's like, you should have it. You should have it and take it. And of course I go to the county clerk's office, and that's a circus act because of short staff. There was a long line from the main building that wrapped around the parking lot out to the street. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, is this the line to get in there? And luckily I just went around everybody because they were waiting to get their car registration done, which is how they're doing it. Hutch Homestead. What's going on, Hutch? Hutch Homestead, is this the one that was on with Backwoods? Is that you, brother? Or is that a different Hutch? Let me know. Because if it is, I want to say something to you. All right, I'm going to continue my story until Hutch responds. Hutch Homestead, are you the one that hangs with Josh and Prepper Tribe and Backwoods? Is that you, Hutch Homestead, or is that a different home? Yep. Okay. Cheers to you, brother. Cheers to you. I don't comment much on those videos, but I will say that I watch Backwoods and you and Ghetto, and y'all were killing it, man. Y'all were killing it. I was like, I don't know, Hutch, but I'm thinking freaking OG, man. Just calm, cool, collective. You got the crazy eye, I think, going on. But I'm like, this guy's pretty good, man. He's pretty chill. I'm saying this all in positivity, brother. But I like your vibe there. Just calm, cool, collective. OG, y'all were just killing it on Ghetto, man. I was laughing my ass off. I was just freaking 7 hours. I'm just like, I kind of fell asleep a couple times. I got up, and then of course the next day I was just like, dude, I was like, y'all fucking killing it. And The funny thing is, I'm going sidetrack. When someone doesn't get what it is you're trying to tell them, I'm just like, dude, I'm like, and he just kept on and on and on. And he may be a good dude. I don't know him. So I don't want to talk shit about him. But just coming off the way he did Ghetto, I'm just like, dude, it's just, it was kind of like I could just visualize you saying, dude, I'm just annoyed with you. Like I'm here, you're here, and I'm wasting my time even talking to you. That shit was so funny, man. You went backwards with it. I just kept laughing and laughing. I just anyway, it was a good chat. So anyway, if you don't know Hutch Homestead, go check them out. Anyway, so back to, and I'll circle back around Hutch. So I go to the courthouse and yeah, I appreciate you being here, brother. I did. Thanks. Um, so I go to the courthouse and they're like, well, you need the originals. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't have the originals. What do you want me to do? And he's like, well, you need to have it on record file and it has to be probated. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? And the guy's like, I can't tell you what to do. And I'm like, dude, I'm here. Like, what do I need to do? Who do I need to call? Where do I need to go? I'm here. I need to get this shit changed to my name. I'm here. And the guy's like, well, I can't tell you what to do, but you need to probate it, get it on record, blah, blah, blah. So then I call my attorney, or me and my grandfather's attorney. Long story short, told him what was in it. He's like, no, you should be fine, blah, blah, blah. He's like, do you have the originals? You need to call the court. And I'm like, dude, I just spent 30 minutes at the clerk's office doing this shit. What the fuck? Hutch Homestead, if you get a chance, go check out my previous video. I think you'll get a laugh out of it. AKA. Anyway, and so, hello, Sasha. I've never seen your name before, but welcome to the chat. And Hutch, welcome to the chat. I welcome all. I'm a good dude. Been around since 2013, so. And so then I go to, what's it called? It's called Gangster or Keeping It Real, and I got a thumbnail of AKA Slim Shady, Malibu. Jamie Kennedy, he came out in a movie called Malibu, and basically it's a white dude, like he's like yo 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 for shizzle my nizzle. Um, anyway, there's a real live version of the dude in the knife community, so I don't think he's on YouTube, but anyway, I came across this video. I'm just like, dude, fucking ghetto ass. So. You'll get a laugh out of it. You'll get it. And in fact, if whenever you get a chance, you can go check it out. So long story short, I call the attorney, I tell him this, he's like, no, you can do this, you can do that, blah, blah. I was like, I don't know. And he's telling me, calm down, you got plenty of time. And I'm like, dude, I'm calm. I'm just telling you what I just went through, and I'm a little frustrated. My horse wants the Prime Minister of Austria. My horse wants the Prime Minister of Austria. I don't know what that means, Sasha, but good luck to you. Good luck to you. I hope you're not a troll, because I try to keep this channel cool. You're welcome to stay. Just keep it cool, okay? Don't get crazy on us, Sasha. But you're welcome. You're welcome to the chat to leave a comment. So then the guy's like, okay, well, you got time. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to spend years on this shit. I want to wrap it up and get it switched over and this and that. So he's like, do this, do that. And I'm like, you're no help. I'm like, whatever. So then I go home and I'm like, I go to my grandfather's house, try to look for the documents, going through the safe. And I'm just like, God, I'm at a point in my life where I'm just chill now. I'm not gonna say nothing fazed me, but I don't have time for bullshit. I don't have time to be fucking around. I don't have time. She's a tyrant and my horse likes her grill. Okay, Sasha, just keep it cool, please. I don't know what that means, but you're welcome to stay. Sorry, drink. Okay, no worries, no worries. It's all good. All right. Just don't say crazy stuff, and then people are like, "Who the hell is this person?" So we're gonna stay on point. But you're welcome to stay, Sasha. So permanent lake time speed around here. Permanent lake time speed around here. And so I call around family members. I'm like, hey, do you have this original documents? Or like, I'll check. I don't think so. Blah blah blah. And I get to that. I'm just frustrated. I'm just like, God, just give me patience. Like, I'm trying to be chill, slow. I got you. That's what that means. Permanent lake speed time. Yeah. And that's the thing, Hutch. When you have that about you, and I see that you have that natural ability of just, I'm chill. I could see Hutch and say, I'm chill, motherfucker. Like, it's on you. Jump, go first. Cause I'm gonna react. That's Hutch. I'm at that point now. I'm just chill, man. I'm just like, I'm not six gun draw shooter. I just don't have the patience. I don't have the energy. I don't need my blood pressure raised and getting all flustered with stuff. I have to be chill. And I don't do the Mary Jane stuff. I know a lot of friends of mine do that. It helps them out. I do more breathing techniques, like, and a little Irish liqueur from time to time. So that helps me. But you do you, you know. Never been a Mary Jane person, but smoke them if you got them. So anyway, luckily, I call my mom and she's like, son, call this person. They went through the same thing, family member, blah, blah. Doing all that, I'm like, God, it's going to be what it's going to be. I mean, I guess that's what my point is. It's going to be what it's going to be. It is what it is at this point. When you get to that mindset, you're a chill motherfucker, because you're not letting things phase you. It doesn't mean you don't get frustrated. It doesn't mean people don't irritate you. It doesn't mean that you're not bothered. It just means that I'm at another level. You know, I'm not here no more. I'm at another level. Hopefully, a chill level, a more wiser experience level. Right? I'm losing some people. Shit. Hang with me. And so, luckily, at the very end, the attorney calls me back. I'm so chilled. If you touch me, you get frostbite. That's the only way to be. Attorney calls me and says, "Well, I did some searching in my files, and it looks like the original files was under another file cabinet." And he was putting the blame game. He's like, "Looks like my secretary never actually sent it off to the court to have it registered, recorded. I'm gonna take care of that for you. You come by and get the originals, and you should be good to go." And my response was, "Thank you, God. Thank you." That's what you get from being chill. So that's where I'm at. Long effing day. I had clearing out my grandpa's storage, and I tell this to people that if you're a man and you acquire shit over the years, that shit piles up. And I know the men mentality is, don't throw that away. I can use that for later. Don't throw that away. I'm gonna need that one day. When you get to a certain age, and it's going to vary from person to person, you don't ever get to that point. But I'm telling you, you should get to that point and start saying, I haven't used this shit in the last 10, 15, 20 years. It might be time to let that go. Let it go. So that's where I'm at today. And so now it's just like, I'm going to go home, have a drink. Clearing out grandpa's storage. I got some old tires, rims, just little knickknacks, tools and shit that I've been kind of letting go. I had a couple people stand me up on some rims and tires, but it's all good. I got it sold. The guy paid me. I'm just waiting for the money to come through. So I'm like, it's all good, man. And when you learn to be chill, when you learn to breathe and think things clearly through, Things work out. You're only a hoarder if you got more stuff than places to put it. Exactly. Exactly, Hutch. I would invite you on, but I don't have the StreamYard app program on my computer. So you can go live. But one day I will, brother. And so that's where I'm at today. I'm just like, I'm just gonna wind down. I ain't gonna worry about it, you know. That's so true. I probably got 4 or 5 boxes. And the thing is, like, my grandfather had so many tools. You know those long metal um, shelves with all the drawers, and it has like the wood top, the real smooth wood top that you buy at like Sam's or Costco. I went and bought one of those. I think it was like, I don't know, $400 or something. Nice. I probably got half, if less than half of his tools in there. There's still tools that I need to go through. The other tools I've gotten rid of. There are tools that I don't need. You're making tacos. That sounds good. I love tacos. I love Tex-Mex food. So I'm in Texas, if you didn't know, representing, born and raised. How's everyone been doing? Any topics y'all want to talk about? Let me know, because I'm a good talker. Not a bullshitter, but I'm a good talker. And yeah, little history, Hutch. If you don't know, I've been around since 2013. I rolled with the 2A community for a long time. Still friends with a lot of those guys. And then I kind of got into the preparedness thing, the doomsday preppers, shit hits the fan, zombie apocalypse. I'm a person of the prepared mind. I have shit stored away. I won't call myself a prepper because I'm not going to be something or pretend to be something I'm not. That's why I'm not Red October Prepper or Red Prepper. I'm just Red October. Um, do some woodwork from time to time, sell my projects, throw knives. If you don't know, Hutch, been around doing some of that shit. So I know some people within your circle, but not. I don't really hang around them as much. So I found you through Just Josh. Yeah, on and off. Talked to Just Josh a couple times. Haven't talked to him lately, but I know he's kind of going in his own direction. So wish him the best. But yeah, I know he's doing his thing with Prepper Tribe and other people. So Josh is a good guy. We just don't talk as much anymore. So, but yeah, let me see what else. Taking a break from the news, definitely. I do catch up on some of the things here on YouTube. I saw a video that somebody had posted that our prez, our chief and commander, did a video on the whole zombie juice that's going around right now. So, you know, I think that we are headed for another lockdown to some degree. Lockdown 2.0. I've been telling people just get what you can, stock up. Stores have been pretty good around here. Not too much, not as far as like anything major. From time to time, I will see sections of the grocery store that I shop at a little bare, but not enough to be like shit's going down. But believe you me, I try to stay on top of this stuff. When we had that freeze here in Texas last year, and what is her name? I'm going blank here, or I'm drinking too much. What is her name? Lucky Samich. She lives in Central Texas area also, and pretty much experienced the same area of freeze. And I will say that we were good. And luckily, I have a deep freezer, and I had like several 24 packs of water in there, and I had those things in there for years. Believe you me, I took all the meat out, took those things out, and that saved us to having water to drink, flushing utilities. I was collecting rain or the ice water toward the end there. And luckily, what's up, Secret Stuff? What's going on, brother? Luckily, luckily I put that shit aside, and I've been slowly preparing for another freeze. So got the powdered Gatorades, powdered drinks, got the canister of the powdered eggs, got sleeping bags, got the cooking stove with the gas tanks. I gotta get that from our freezer. You worried about a repeat this winter? I'm not worried about it, Hutch. And I won't say that I'm not concerned about it, but because I was prepared, not knowing that we were going to have that, I was good. And so to answer your question, because I was prepared last year, I'm not worried about it because when you're prepared, and I'm not saying I have everything that I need, but like I was prepared, right? The candles, the glow sticks, the little solar charger that you plug in and you can plug in devices in, had that. I mean, we luckily we had gas. We didn't run out, and but this year I got the gas stove, like the camping stove, the gas containers. So I'm not worried about it in that sense. I think shit hits the fan because I've been around so long. Shit hits the fan, zombie apocalypse, WRL, EMP. It is what it's gonna be. That just the idea of talking about what's going to happen. I've watched plenty of shit as a fan movies. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to play out like that, brother, but to answer your question, I've mentally prepared myself so much that in my head, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I have to do. And if shit gets real and gets serious, I'm prepared for it. I'm as prepared as I can be. Playing out scenarios in my head, I'm not stressed. If anything, that just fuels me. Shit hits the fan, topics, ideas, what to do, what would you do, how would you handle intruders, uh, what would you do to set up some type of altered booby trap. Mentally, I'm good, brother. Um, I'm not going to say that I'm a badass. I'm not going to say I'm John Wick. I'm not going to say that I would sit here and not feel something that if I had to go to that next level with someone, that it wouldn't bother me. But I'm as prepared as mentally as I can be that I've been able to prepare myself for. That means that I've actually taken forethought and thought these things through. You know, I have family members that I try to tell shit to. They have no interest to prepare. It doesn't interest them. But last year when people were bitching and complaining online and like there's no eggs and I hope they choke on those eggs because they got the last pair and my kids don't have no toilet paper. That wasn't me, brother. I was good. I was kind of laughing, and the thing is, you try to tell people to prepare, and I tell people don't go freaked out about it. Don't go overboard. Just prepare. Even if it's just 3 days, you something is better than nothing. If you had to make 3 days of food or water stretch out for 6 days, you can do it. You'd have to cut back. If you're a fat, greasy mother blinker, you better make that shit stretch out. You better eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You better eat some fried bologna. You better have crackers on ham. You can do it. It's just the sacrifices that people don't want to do. Too many times have I seen people not prepared for shit coming up. And I have family at that I've gone camping with. I've gone to the lake, to the just trips. They don't bring charcoal. They don't have a lighter. They forget this, they forget that. Here I am packing all the shit. And they're like, oh, Red has it. I have it because I think about that. It's not because I'm just like trying to prepare for you. I'm preparing for myself. And if everybody would just prepare for themselves, there would be more people making it than shit is a fan. But I realize this, everybody out there, but Hutchie brought this up. What I realized was is you can't prepare for other people. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. You can't want to prepare for them. You can't want that for them. They have to want it for themselves. And if they don't have enough self-worthiness, um, if they can't think about themselves in that, I can't help you, right? Because if you can't take care of you, I can't take care of yourself. I'm shit. I'm trying to take care of myself. I can't worry about you. You know. All right. So Thomas said, got a nice kerosene heater. Just have to keep ventilation in 0 degrees. Back. Usually don't get below 25 here. Yes, fried bologna is tasty. Make it in a bit. People will die over pride. Exactly. I don't know how many times I've mentioned something to my kids, my stepkids, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to eat that." I'm like, or tortilla, or tortilla, as people call it, flour. I grew up on that, right? We ate that shit with butter and salt. We put some peanut butter in there. I know people that grew up on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. They just ate that, right? You tell the kids nowadays to eat that shit, and they're just like, "Ooh, that's gross." I'm like, it's simple stuff like that. And I don't know how old you are, Hutch, but I'm 47. And I grew up in a time, which I'm sure you're close to my age. I grew up in a time with no internet, no cell phone, no social media, payphone, pagers. We would go out and ride our bikes. We knew when to come back when the street lights came on. We grew up in a time, okay, 40, right? So you should be close to my age, or at least realize that if if I grew up, and there's a lot of people here grew up in a time without the internet, without social media, we remember a time where we didn't have that. So if it goes out tomorrow, sure, I'm gonna miss it. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, fuck social media, fuck the internet." I'm gonna miss it just like anybody else. I wasn't born into it. I came into it in a later time. I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s. We had Atari 5200. Um, what was the other one? Nintendo and shit growing up. But we didn't have the shit that the kids have now. So people of my generation and older, and my grandparents raised me, we have a better chance, believe it or not, of surviving. Despite what young people think in the movies, like it's always the young people that somehow figure this shit out. No, they won't know what to do. They're going to be the first ones to freak out. It's going to be the middle aged people in the 40s and 50s that are going to be able to say, you know what, we got this. Don't fucking chill out. I mean, don't fucking freak out. Just chill out. Peanut butter jelly brown bag, yes. I remember that, Vanessa. Paper bag, yes. Freedom of speech years ago. It's the same as the non firearm sign in the government building. Yeah, and the thing is, secret stuff, we remember a time when that was not in place, when you didn't see that. I still remember the drive-in theaters. Went to a couple movies. Was a kid. I don't know how I remember that, but I just do. We grew up in a time when smoking was allowed in the office, on the airplanes or the airports, um, businesses, restaurants. You don't see that shit nowadays, right? So much has changed that the generation of today, they have no idea. Like Vanessa Kitty, you were in the military. The military today, not even. Got a dip. Okay, okay, brother. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, Hutch. Have a good one, brother. Take care. Um, yeah, the generation today, they have no idea of what it's like not to do without, not to be without, right? They don't, right? We worked every chance we got when we get. Yeah, and the thing is like I started working when I was 15, 14 going on 15. I started working as soon as I could start legally working, getting a paycheck. 15 was the youngest. Um, but grandparents raised me, right? Made me do yard work. Didn't want to do it. Grandmother made me clean the house with her, help her fold the clothes. Back in the day, she she would actually go hang up the clothes on the clothesline from pole to pole. They had a wire. Well, it must have been 3 or 4 wires, and of course the Had the wash machine. We take the basket out there, had the clothespins. I'd hold the basket and just kind of follow her and move it, push it on the ground. Did that for many years, right? And then finally, my grandfather splurged and got us a dryer. And it was like freaking awesome. I remember when we got our first VCR, freaking awesome. You know, used to. Yep. The sea ration. So I have an uncle that was Vietnam vet. Could eat that shit, man. He brought that to one of the hunting days, the campsites in West Texas that we used to go to, which is my grandpa's old farm. He would sit there and eat that, like, oh man, this is good. I'm like, I tried that. I was like, ooh, like you're gonna have the shits, man. He's like, nope, not me. It doesn't bother me. This was good. We ate this in Vietnam. This is the best stuff, and I'm just like, man, you got a different stomach than me. You got a different outlook on that. But he lived in a different time than I did, so you know, it's different for everybody. I'm dropping I'm dropping my views, man. It says 3 people, 7 likes. So let's do a roll call, check in. Who's all here? It says 3. Now it says 2. Dang it. It'll probably jump up to 3 or 4 here in a minute. So who is still here? Let me know. Thomas, got my first job at 7 killing flies for a penny a piece. Wow. What year was that in, if you can recall? What time frame was that you were 7? 19 what? Let me go get a little refill. I'll be right back. Oh. I should have put a pot pie in the oven long ago. Let's see, what do we got here? Secret Stuff said, my dad, are you crazy paying for a TV? We never got cable. We had the rotary antenna and I was the antenna. I said, LOL, turn it left, turn it right. Yes, I remember that, Secret Stuff. You're older than me, but I do remember my grandparents had the big box wood TV, huge mug, and right, it had 2 knobs, one on top, one on bottom. I used to have the little black and white with the what were the channels, the HUV or something, or whatever they were, but there was 2 channels. It would just make that click, 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 click. It had the bunny ears, so I'd pull them out, right, I'd position them this way, that way. The thing that I remember the most growing up was antenna cable, right? Not real cable, but just antenna cable. 1963, wow. Cheers. I remember at midnight, on the weekends, I would stay up late, right? I'd be like, I'm gonna stay up until I can't stay up. And as a kid, if you stayed up long enough, come midnight, the 3 or 4 channels that I had access to and 1 Spanish channel, at midnight, all the cable would cut off, cable networks, right? And then you would see I think it was the F-16, it would fly up in the air and it had the American flag, and it's like, dun, 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 dun. When that was over, the next thing you saw was scramble TV. And I was like, man, there ain't nothing to watch. We didn't have internet. We didn't have Xbox, PlayStation. You either twiddled your thumbs or you played with toys. If you were lucky, you had some friends or your cousins over, you chatted with them. Or you had access to Playboy magazines. So, I'm like, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. Can you imagine today? Because back in the day, us here in the chat, we're all about this in that same era within 10 years of each other. I remember a time when all the stores would close. It's 8 o'clock. The grocery store's closed, or the convenience store down the street closed at 7, 8. If you didn't get what you needed, you were screwed. You just got to sit on it, wait till the next day. Now, you can go pretty much any convenience store, you can go wherever and get what you need, even if it's a bag of chips, soda, medicine. I mean, they have it all, whatever. Deanne, welcome. Man, you missed a whole good chat earlier. I'm gonna leave this one up. I think I'll leave this one up so you can go back on it later. It broke sooner after 1969. No TV until neighbors gave us one. Wow. Yeah, and so when we did get cable, we had that little cable box, and it was like, and it would go back and forth. You'd pull the net, right, from 0 to whatever 60. That was our cable, right? And then as time progressed, we got introduced to VCRs, right? Always a good chat, Red. I appreciate you. Oh yeah, appreciate y'all too. I do my best to try to engage with y'all, and I don't want to just sit up here and just talk. I want to like interact, talk with y'all about this or that. So let me change a little. Red, green. Is that too bright? What was I gonna say? Yeah. So it's been an uphill battle, but I take every strive, challenge with my grandfather, where I'm at now. This is just part of life, right? This is just part of that stepping stone. It's a new experience, something to do, and we just keep moving forward, you know? We keep moving forward. Let me see what's going on here. Give me a second. Oh, secret stuff. Let me see. I'm actually going to see what I'm up on another window. Let me see if there's any live chats going on. I see my live chat going on. 15 minutes ago, looks like Just Josh did something. Let's see, Gray Man, the Roman Prepper, Just Josh, Steve Ram is a new channel I picked up, talks about politics, stimulus, the new zombie juice, Solid 559, New York Prepper, just check, Lake Prairie, New York Prepper, Mule Team 6. I'm just kind of shouting out some of the channels I come across. Nerd, Desert Dog Outdoors, 3 Gone, 6 Hurt. Let's see what this one's about. Hang on, guy. Looks like there's a shooting. Secret stuff. Give me a second. I'll get to your little thing here. I don't have StreamYard, so. Let's see.
Used a semi-auto. All right, I don't want to get into this too much, and I'm not going to play the video. Let me give you a brief.
Hang on.
The 15-year-old student. 3 have perished. 6 are injured. 1 of them is a teacher at the school. He used a semi-auto handgun, they said.
3 gone, 6 hurt.
And one of the reporters asked, and this is the key thing here, is did he have to change magazines? And the guy said, obviously, if he got off that many
3
rounds,
dead in
he had
mass
to change.
shooting in Oxford High School.
So they're already bringing up magazines,
I don't know what state that is.
semi-auto handguns, 15.
All right, we'll go back to that. Let's continue. My apologies. My apologies. Let me go back to the chat. What do we say? Secret stuff. When the video released tapes, they knew it would not keep the video on it, and over time it would go blank. people bought tapes for collection, and all those tapes went blank. Yes, I remember. I remember, and I did not know this on the VHS tapes. If you actually put some tape on the side, it would allow you to record on the actual movie tape. And I found that out through someone. I can't remember exactly how that came up, but they were saying, yeah, if you just cover up the little hole, because the way they were designed was they were designed that you couldn't record if they had little holes on the side, I believe. And if you put tape on them, you could actually record over the little thing there. So I'm behind on the chat. Give me a second here. Let's see, secret sub. Keep on trucking. People bought tapes for collection. Okay, keep on trucking. The new tech would upgrade to digital when they make tapes. They were just biding time is all. Well, good evening, KP. You have missed a lot of the chat. We had a good little chat going on earlier too, but it's always a good time. So, the first commercial available floppy drive consumers was 10,000 unit. Secret stuff, really. I still have some VHD tapes and cassettes. Oh, the cassettes, yeah. Used to make the mixtapes. Michigan, let's see. Awkward Texan, DN, sell those VCR tapes. They lose them, man. They're over time. I used to manage a video store. I used to work at a video store, and I love that one. Hey Heather, how's it going? You missed a good chat earlier. I had a special guest here earlier, Hutch. I couldn't believe he was on the side chat. He's a pretty good dude. Let's see, depends on how the tapes are stored. Vanessa, when I started programming basics on TRS-80, we had to load 3 cassettes. Wow, it's my favorite job. I actually love the video store. I always tell people this. I said, if I can make, because I did it part-time. You know, I worked in high school, and then when I graduated, they offered me a job with this place. I'll just say that. And I kept my part-time video job because I enjoyed it. I loved it. Could see all the movies. I'm a big movie buff person. I can't say that today, but back then I would know like the movies, and people would come in. Anything about working in a video store, I could tell you stories on. Open the stores, close them. I just love the environment, right? Of course, it doesn't work in today's world, right? Because we live in a digital world, right? Let me say this, technology kills the old ways. As we progress in technology, current technology killed the past. Future technology will kill today. All right, getting messages here. Sorry about that. I was trying to avoid a call or so. Technology always kills the present and past. So whatever high tech today is, tomorrow, next month, next year will kill today. Tomorrow, next month, next year will kill today. You can guarantee that. I'm doing my best to try to chill, guys. Okay, I ran a video store. I would buy one tape for $150, and the duplicate in my office. So illegal back then. Yes, so I know what you're talking about, secret stuff. So believe it or not, and let me just elaborate on that. It was explained to me back then that whenever we got VHS tapes or DVD movies, and I may be over exaggerating this, but let me just say it costs the corporation, the business, whatever. And this is why there was always a limit on the number of movies. But what happens is, say you work for Blockbuster Video, right? Blockbuster Video says, okay, I'm gonna order Top Gun, Die Hard, Predator, or whatever. We want to order 15 copies for this store. And depending on the store, the size, the volume, the store would buy so many, right? The movie for each VHS or DVD cost the company thousands and thousands of dollars. That's why they didn't have like 100 copies in the store. Unless they knew they were going to make money off that, or rentals, it cost them so much money that's why they limited the amount of movies they had on hand, because it's illegal to copy those, right? Because of the whole, when you watch the movie, you know, it comes up FBI, you know, it's you're breaking the law if you copy this movie and resell it or whatever. And so it costs the company thousands and thousands of dollars to buy that one movie on that VHS or DVD. And this is why we only had like 15 or 20. Yeah. So anyway, yes, opening the store, closing the store, giving credits, just lots of good memories of working at the video store. Would never take that back. Enjoyed it. Seems legit. Sure thing, buddy. Welcome to the chat. Everybody's welcome. And don't forget to use this perfect size. Yeah, I remember putting my finger in the little cassette player, like twisting whenever the tape would get twisted in there, you had to pull it out, bend it, and then you would like try to roll it with that, right? Those are stories that only cassette player people of that generation know about. You couldn't tell that today's generation. Like, look at you. What? What are you talking about? Old. They're just like old. And don't forget, I say worked at United Video, then moved to Blockbuster. Yes, I know United Video. The first computer we got issued at the office in military was for TRS-80. I programmed it for the tracking of the base immunization health physicians program for each workspace. Interesting. I worked at a video store. Some people were in it 3 or more night. We called them videoids. Yeah, terrible, I know. Yeah, and then you used to get charged if you didn't rewind it and brought it back. We would charge a fee for that. But like, they didn't rewind it, put that in there, right? We'd look up who rented that one, put a charge on there like $1, $2, whatever, $3. Then they would come in next time like, why is there a charge? Like, yep, you got a rewind fee. We had to rewind the tape because we had told people, rewind the tape when you bring it back. If not, they're going to charge you. We had people argue about that. We're like, look, I'm going to waive the fee. Click, 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 click. And they're so happy. Don't do it again. So, you pick and choose your battles. The manager will say, look, if they're bitching about it that much, just waive the fee. It's not that big of a deal. Some managers didn't even care. They're just like, whatever. Home Alone. I don't like technology, honestly. Yeah, I know, Heather. A lot of people don't like that, especially of our age group and older. We don't. I have a cousin that hates applying for a job online. Like, he just cannot stand it. He's like, I just want to walk into a place, fill out a paper application, give it to you, and you call me or you interview me right there. What's so complicated about that? I'm like, because the corporate office wants to do the backgrounds. They process the paperwork. It's not the people in the store right there. So, let's see. I got a program, analog computer. I'm glad you use technology. We had a disk. I'll be driving forward. A Blockbuster video card. Yep. What nice say, Archie. I just got one. Cool. Secret stuff. AM, FM radios. I mean, it sounds so ancient, right? But you think about when the digital goes down and the radio stations that are still existing. A lot of the radio stations are all digital anyway, right? I'm sure if you go through small towns, rinky-dinky hole in the wall, You will find stations that still exist. So my wife's messaging me. I remember when fees so stupid. Oh yeah, it's a way to make money, Heather. Worked at an adult video store for a little while too. Lots of videos were. It's funny that you bring that up because the money that they would make. Hey, Roman Prepper, I'm starting a dinner, but wanted to drop in like and say hi. Okay, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be on. Usually I do this for 70, 90 minutes, but thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, back then, I don't remember what they paid us to the video store, but I remember they had a listing at the video store. If I think if you worked the night shift or overnight shift, because they're open 24 hours, you could make up to like $21 an hour, right? I thought, man, $21 an hour, and you get free videos, right? Not to get too adult, but I always thought, man, that's a great deal, right? I could never get myself to actually apply there or whatever. So I'm sure the creepy stuff that people saw, but a lot of people were just, professional about it, and they're just like, hey, it's not a big deal. But can you imagine the videotapes and the handling people did when they took that home? I'm sure it was kind of gross if you thought about it. So, but this one video store that I'm referring to, they're still in business, a popular one. They've been around there since forever. As far as I can remember, when I was a kid, that place is still there because I pass it going to Grandpa's and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. That's where the money is in porn. So believe it or not, I'm sure. Starting to say, Deanne, guess they lost interest in that. Be be kind, rewind. Yeah, and back then we never thought working at the video store or we never thought that was going to die out. I think we all thought that this shit's going to be around forever, but little did we know technology killed the past, right? You remember that song, what is it? Video killed the radio star, that song. How true is that, Video killed the radio star. So if you were on the radio, if you were a DJ on the radio, when MTV came out, when it first came out, and I don't know if it was 82, 83, but when they first aired, that was the start of disc jockeys getting killed, right? Because you wanted to go from that to being on TV to hosting videos, right? So, yeah, the toys. We won't get into that, but yeah, it's amazing, right? The toys. So he did show me where the booths used to be. Oh, the video booths where you can see the porn and drop some coins in there. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Actually did video music. Yeah, back then when they did music videos. Yeah, streaming killed the visible. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, technology kills the past, right? And believe it or not, the generation of today, the millennials or however you say them, one day they will find themselves in our shoes of our age group, and they will be dealing with the next generation. And hopefully they'll remember saying, this is what it feels like. This is what we did to the generation before us. I saw a video. On I think it was TikTok, and somebody had posted online killers. Online killers, meaning, well, what's the wording on it? Hold on. It is like the cancel culture generation. There are online killers that will kill your business, kill your channel, kill your platform because they don't like you, right? That is the day and age we live in, right? If someone doesn't like you, if you say the wrong thing, and believe it, and believe you me, I'm all against racism. I'm all against people being shitty, doing the wrong things, etc. Right? But there comes a point in time that, depending on the situation, and I'm not gonna weigh out what's what, this and that. People make mistakes. Oh my goodness, all bit messages. People make mistakes, right? People are entitled to making mistakes and being forgiven, right? But in this day and age, we have people that will social media, online, kill your business, your channel, destroy your reputation because they don't like who you are or what you said, or they just don't like you in general, right? Video killed the radios. Yes, that was it. That was it. And that is the generation that we live in, right? Is cancel culture at its best, right? Cancel culture. So I don't know. I try not to think about too much. Believe it or not, guys, yesterday I had a I had a point, just a feeling yesterday. I know it's like when you say you got to a low point in your life, but not that. I actually felt like just deleting all this shit. Like, you know what? I'm done. Fuck YouTube. Fuck the other platforms. I'm done. Like, it's just I'm going to a next level, right? But this is therapy for me. I actually enjoy talking, doing the live chats, doing my videos, my knife throwing, my woodwork when I do it. But there's times, guys, honestly, I feel like just hanging it up. I feel like just saying, fuck it. I'm done. There's nothing in it for me anymore, right? I'm not going to be, and not that I'm trying to be, like, I'm not going to be the big channel that I've always, when I early on got on YouTube, inspired to be. I'm never going to be that top big channel. I'm not going to be that lucky guy that just says, you know what? Fucking people just like this dude. He's just on point. That will never be me. But I always try to stay true to myself. I always try to say, it is what it is. I am who I am. I would rather have the people that are loyal, the people that do enjoy my channel, be here. If it's 5, 7, 10 people, then it is what it is. They're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. That's what keeps me going. Because yesterday, I really did feel like, I really felt like saying, fuck this YouTube shit. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm never gonna be. Thank you, Heather. We love your channel, Red. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, the end. It's just, you get to the point, and even some of the other platforms, like, I'm not on them as much, and I'm just like, it's just, you get tired of it, man. You get burned out on it, and it's like, what am I doing this? I've been here since 2013. Why am I still here? And if and that I get back to what I've been saying before. When the day comes and I don't get anything out of this, I'm done. It was a good ride. Thank you. I enjoyed it. Had many good times. Met a lot of people. Made some friends. But when I get to that point, I'm done. It is what it is. I've survived a lot longer than a lot of other people that I know. People that still have their channels but don't even do videos. I'm still here. I'm still doing my shit. I have never reached the level that some people have when they jumped on. Like, they just started their channel within the last year, and they're like double, triple what I am. I've just never gotten that lucky break, and I'm just like, it's all good. Because the bigger you become, the more of a target you are, right? The more hate you're going to get. I don't do social media. Yeah, it becomes, and even then, I'm just like, I'm not even on it. I'm just like, just delete my shit. But I have a history there. I have photos. I have contacts. So I'm like, I try to keep it. But the day will come when I'm just like, adios, amigos. It's been great. Red out. Red signing off. You know. Like that police officer that does their job for 30 years is like, this is the last call, 1022, 1019, I'm out. And that's it, right? I always dream that that's the way that I do definitely want to leave, not something else happens like Red's not around no more or something. So more subscribers, more haters. Sometimes the haters make it worth being on. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, secret stuff. I mean, we both, I think more you, more you have haters than me, but I try to keep the peace. I'm a person that like, let's agree to disagree and move on. And I've gotten some slack for that. I've gotten slack for saying that, for saying let's agree to disagree. It's not because I don't want to argue with you. It's not because I don't care. It's not because I don't value my opinion. It's just not worth my energy and time to sit there and debate something like that. So we can agree to disagree. You do you, I do me. It's all good. You just move on. I do piss many off. You do, but the thing is, secret stuff. Let me say this, because I know you've had your circle with some of the other channels. We don't need to go into the channel names, because I hear I hear where you're coming from. Give me a second. I think that the problem is, like me, you have been around for a while. And when people don't know who you are or don't understand your position, and that you're not being rude, you're not being an asshole, you're not being a jerk, you're not being a shithead, but they don't see that, they don't know that, right? So they don't know that secret stuff is actually a good guy. Now, I, on the other hand, when I have spoken to other people, I have said secret stuff is a good guy. He means well. It may not seem like it when he's kind of gone after, or not gone after, but when he's talked about other channels, right? In a constructive way. I have tried to defend you and say you're not a bad dude because I know you personally to some degree. But until people give you a chance, they don't know really who you are. They don't know that you mean well. They just say that dude comes off as an asshole. He thinks he knows it all, blah, blah. You really are coming from a good place. It's like when you talk about smoking, right? And you say, I used to smoke cigarettes, me and my wife, or me. And you try to give that advice to other people. What you have to remember, secret stuff, and I know you know this already, and other people, when you go through life in age, right? The older you get, the more experience you have. And as you get to that higher level, you reflect back on your life and you're like, man, I was pretty stupid. Maybe I shouldn't have been smoking 2 packs of cigarettes every day for the last 20, 30, 40 years. And here comes this other fellow right behind you. And you're like, hey, you call yourself a prepper, you might want to stop smoking cigarettes because health wise, it's not good for you. Well, this person's younger than you. They see the world different than you. For whatever reason, they smoke. It calms their nerves. They chill. I have friends, I have family members, they can't stop smoking. Some of them have, most of them haven't. And they just don't see the way you do in life. And so they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep smoking. It's my thing, calms my nerves. They won't tell you that, right? Because then it makes them look weak, right? So they take your advice as an attack rather than advice and say, you're right. I'm not ready to quit, but I admit you are correct. And I should because it would be better for my health as a prepper. And so people don't know that you're coming from a good standpoint, that you mean well. But they don't know you, so they hate you or they attack you or they respond in the way they do because they're like, they don't know you. They don't know that you're coming from a good place. And I've had my ups and downs with people, trust me. Even I've had to kind of rekindle and say, just take a step back. Let them go. Forgiveness, right? Wish them well. Yeah, I'm a little irritated with them. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to apologize, but I'm gonna let it go. Let's see what it say. Secret stuff. I'm still smoking, but yeah, KP. I think not smoking was the best thing that I ever did in my life, right? And my grandfather told me, "Don't you ever smoke. It's bad for you." Ever since I was a kid, it always stuck with me. Two things he told me: finish high school, which I did. Don't ever smoke cigarettes. I honor that. I don't know why. I don't know why I listened to him, but I did. And now looking back, I'm thinking, I'm glad he told me that. I even wanted to smoke when I was a teenager in high school because I thought it was cool. And then I realized like the health risks as you get older. When you're young, you can tolerate it. As you get older, your lungs are not working as best as they used to. You get cancer from it or could, right? Some people smoke their whole life, never get cancer. They just luck out. Um, the money that you spend on it, think about the money you spend. You know, cigarettes have only gone up. They've never gone down in time. They've always gone up. So that's a good statement, KP. You said I'm going to read it out loud. My neighbor asked why I prep food when I smoke. I'm going to die before I use them. His words are ringing true as well. That is a great statement right there. The fact that you actually recognize and acknowledge it, even though you haven't stopped smoking, I think that's a start, right? That's a little spark. If you do or you don't, that's your call, right? But think about the money that you're spending on prepping to survive when you may not even use that if nothing happens, and cigarettes kill you. You know, I'm not saying that in an ugly way. Just that's a good concept that he made. If nothing, now quitting will. Perfect. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's better to quit now. And from family members that I know that have quit smoking, I know it's hard. I know I have a brother-in-law. Like, man, for the most part, he says when he smells cigarettes, he can't stand it. But every once in a blue moon, he's like, man, I'd kill for a cigarette. Like, I want one. You know, just to smoke, just to have that. But he realizes he's conscious enough to realize that it's just habit, right? It's habit of putting something in your mouth, calming my nerves, and so he'll eat or drink something else that will calm his nerves. you know, it it really is. It's just habit. I mean, it's breakable like anything else. It's just you have to you have to want to start. Like secret stuff, me, someone else, we can't want it for you. You have to want it yourself. And that's why I don't hard like get on people about smoking. If you're not ready to quit smoking, it doesn't matter if I tell you till I'm blue in the face. You're not going to stop smoking. Period. I smoke. I smoke. Bad habit. My hubby hates it. But I had an uncle who smoked his whole life, died it. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. If that's your thing, it's your life, your will. Um, I'm sure your hubby cares about you, Heather, and he's like, I really want you to stop smoking because he wants you to live a long, full life. I'm sure he would be very sad if you died from cancer, and I'm not wishing it upon you. But think about him. He's thinking about, like, I don't want to live my life without you, in that same sense. Never smoked, but would roll cigarettes for my parents on a machine. I was probably 10 years old. Would buy them for my parents at store, small country store. I'm not worried about dying from any variant. I could get it in a car or shot. Yeah. And here's the thing: I don't want to go down the rabbit hole with anyone here. I don't want this to be a long debate about the zombie juice, taking it, don't taking it, you know, what your thoughts are too much, right? Not that I don't care, I just don't want to go down the rabbit hole. But I think we are at the point of people are tired of being told to take it versus people that don't want to take it, that haven't, versus what the news puts out there about, oh, there's a new variant, this and that, right? I think we're just all tired of it. Whatever side of the fence you are on, it'll come to pass. Whether you did or you didn't, whether you're for, whether you're against, whether you thought about this or that, it'll come to pass. And fast forward 6 months, a year from now, it won't matter. You just have to do what you think is best for you today, moving forward. Regardless of whatever you thought, didn't do, did do yesterday, it's past. Tonight, whatever you eat, whatever you think, whatever positivity you have on your mind that you go to bed with, now versus forward, that's what matters. Not what you didn't do, not what your thoughts are, not what arguments you have for or against. It doesn't matter. It matters only to those that it matters to, right? It doesn't matter once it passes. It is what it is. It's done. The deed has been done. It's over with. You just have to do what you think is best. Today you will think one way. Next week you're gonna think something totally different. You're gonna be like, shit, my mind's changed. Thinking about it differently now. Is the way to quit smoking. All right, I gotta take a break real quick. I'll be right back. Guys. Here. All right, coming back, guys. Coming back. All right. What did I miss? All right, so Thomas said our house was a hazy as bar. I've been in some friends' houses where like, shit, man, fucking parents be smoking like when we're going to the club and shit. That's funny. Deanna, I screenshot that recommendation. Look it up. $10 for the darkness. $10 for the darkness. Yeah. Oh wait, this isn't North Stream. This is Nord Stream. I don't know what that is. I don't know what Nord Streams is. Is that another channel? I tried to quit like 50 times. When a person is ready, it will happen. Agree, seeker. So that's what I'm saying. You're gonna quit when you're ready to. I can't make you quit. I can't make you want to prepare for shit as a fan. You have to want it, right? I downloaded it from my Prime. Yeah. I was thinking about something. What was I gonna tell you? Man, I'm enjoying this chat. This is pretty cool. Just being inside, not being outside. As much as I love being outside. Sure, preparedness stream. Oh, okay. Had a friend that quit smoking after the beer. When morphine, but every time he wanted to smoke. Damn. It is crazy. I mean, it is crazy when you. It almost takes a life health alteration to happen before people say, okay, I'm gonna stop drinking. Once they say your liver's going out, you know, you keep drinking, you're gonna die. Oh, then people stop drinking, right? People get real religious, right? So, okay, yes, I remember what I was thinking. So, if right now, if this moment, you got a news flash, alert, Amber Alert, whatever, it went off and it's like asteroids coming in, or another country's attacking us, or shit is a fan, and you got some. What would you do? Would you be prepared? Would you say, "Oh shit, this is it. This is it. This is what we've been planning for all this time. This is it. Get to your post." I think about that sometimes. I think it's gonna be like a thief in the night, right? We're not even gonna know when the shit pops off, when it's gonna happen. We're just gonna wake up, or we're gonna be awake and get that little news flash, like emergency alert, and then we're gonna be telling ourselves right then and there. We're gonna say, "This is it. This is what we've been preparing. This is what we've been talking about." I know that's what I'm gonna be thinking. I'm gonna be thinking, "Oh shit, it's really happening." Like, this is it. The shit hits the fan, right? And everything that you said, didn't say, shoulda, woulda, coulda, it's out the window. It's done. The time has passed. Like, we are there, you know? Yeah. I I do enjoy how we're all kind of meshing along, getting along. Uh, that's cool. Josh Ben Ware. Oh, we're just talking about this and that. We were talking in the beginning, we were talking about getting a will. If you don't have one, put one in place. We were talking about some other channels. We were talking about my previous video that I uploaded for Shizzle, my Nizzle, Crizzle, Jizzle, faux show. We were talking about smoking cigarettes, preparedness, just thoughts about what it was like to grow up without the internet, social media, without, um, this stuff that we're living now today. But just kind of jumping all over the board, Josh. Josh Ben Ware, y'all. Josh Ben Ware. He's a fellow Texan down in the Corpus Christi area. Can you stand behind any wall in your house that I poured a sand inside the walls? To answer your question, or you're just answering in general, I'm going to answer your question, Secret Sub. The answer is yes, in some parts of my house. I guess depending on the caliber, ammo penetration size, I guess, because my house is brick and wood siding. So depending on where it's coming in from, I believe it would stop outside the brick part of the house, but it's not all over. So if you have a brick home, stand behind that wall. Let's see. I will state again for this shit is very. I appreciate the folks online as we come to know. Yeah, it's good. It's good to be around like-minded people, KB, and there's a ice cream flavor out there for everybody. Not everybody's meant to be on certain channels, and there's certain channels we like and don't like or don't care for. Nothing, no animosity. We just different, and that's okay. So I think we've all had our run-ins, or we've all felt like this channel's it, and then it's like, wait a minute, this is not the same channel I started off with. I think I'm losing focus here. Let me find another channel to go to. There's a channel out there for everybody. I'm sure people have jumped on mine like, this is not for me. Don't know what this guy's talking about, but he's not cool. So let me find somebody else cooler. Bald and Curious. You're late, brother. CNN suspended Chris Como, and definitely I could care less about Chris Como. I don't like him, man. What was the Italian name? Frodo, something like that. He hates being called. Yeah, Chris is a homo. I don't know. I don't really care for that dude, and his brother too. His brother's scandalous. I drilled holes in your I drilled on their wall to drain the sand. You can't hide. Joshua. Right. I think we all have our take on shit hits the fan. Yeah, Fredo. We all have our take on shit hits the fan. Some of us are just burnt out on it. Some of us don't care. We care, but we don't care. Right. Some of us are tactical. Some of us just have a. We just roll with the revolver, and that's it. Right. The ammo casings won't drop on the ground. You still have them in the gun. So, yeah, we've all been there, done that in some way, you know. So I know you've gotten tired of stuff Josh been wearing because you've kind of just taken a break. Like, I don't care. I don't care about the ammo prices. I'm not paying that. You know, you get to that point where you just don't care. You're just like, fuck it. If it gets that high, I'm out. I'm not shooting anymore. I'll just do something else. Yep. 7:17 p.m. my time. I need to catch up on some notifications, messages I'm getting from my wife. Oh, hang on, guys. I'll play something for y'all. Hang on. Don't leave. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
What the motherfucker is up? It's your dog Trap. And you know your boy, you know what I'm saying? AKA bad motherfucker. AKA kick a motherfucker in the nuts, bitch. Anyway, you know me. Been a while.
Oh my god, I still laugh at that shit. That shit's so funny. AKA kick a motherfucker in the nuts. Oh my goodness. If y'all saw the previous video, you know what I'm talking about. I have friends that have YouTube accounts, but they don't do the YouTube nothing. And they text me and they're like, Fred, what the fuck was that? Like, who was that dude? And I always think to myself, this has to be a joke. There's no way this dude can talk like this. There's no way this dude exists. There's no way. And yet I will see his videos and I'm like, this has to be an act. Who the F talks this way? And I thought, wait a minute. There's a Slim Shady in every community. There's a Slim Shady on all platforms. They exist. And I'm just like, oh, this guy's representing knife people? No. I'm like, he's like AKA, but and by the way, I added the fart sound. And then I cut the clip where he goes, y'all already expected that, were y'all? So I was watching, I've watched it probably a dozen times. I'm gonna watch it some more. I just kept laughing. And I had some friends they was like, dude, what the F was that, Red? Like, who's that dude? And they were just, they couldn't believe like somebody like that exists. I'm like, they exist. There's plenty of people like that. So, yo, back again. It's your boy, AKA Red October. Can you imagine if I came on here and I was like, yo, for shizzle my nizzle. What's up? You know what I'm saying? For show. Prepper Red in the house. Make it rain. Holla at your boy. Honestly, what would y'all think about that if I went that route? Thank you for posting it. Oh, I love it so hard. It's your boy Red October, aka Knife Thrower, aka motherfucking G. I'm like, talk right, dude. Talk right. You're a grown up. Talk. That will get you the haters and the views. You know, I don't want it that bad secret stuff. As I said before, it should never be that difficult. You should never have to play the algorithms to be a superstar here. People should just like your content, sub you, share it. You should gain naturally. I know it doesn't work like that, but I'm convinced it should never be that hard. I wouldn't be here. Girl, let me holler at you. Let me holler at you. Player. Can you imagine? I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think my computer's about to die. It just went into dark mode. Then we'll get you. Yeah, it's just funny. I can't get over that. I would give you a thumbs down, which would serve no purpose. Yeah, I think the people that do those videos, it doesn't faze them. They're just like, haters gonna hate, players gonna play. It's like, no. I come up with these little sayings from time to time, and sometimes I share them here. But I'll say this: there's some people you cannot change. You could give them the facts of life. You can tell them what's to come. You can tell them what's down the road for them if they continue down this path, like smoking cigarettes. You can tell them their future. If you knew in a crystal ball, like, hey, I had this one time to look in this crystal ball, I'll never get a chance again. I saw your future. You're gonna die of XYZ. Don't do it. They would still do it. No matter how much you tell people to change, they have to want to change, you know? And so this is my concept of to try not to lecture people. Not gonna say I never will. I'm not gonna say that it's done. I will do my best to advise people of what not to do. Whether they want to do it or not, that is certainly up to them. I have gotten to that point in my life where I'm just like, they see life suited best for them. They are so-called living their best life. Have you ever met some people, friends, family, and they say, oh, I'm living my best life? And you see them taking trips, buying a boat, buying fun toys to ride, just being careless with their money, right? Not thinking about their future or planning ahead or having a nest egg. Because how many times have you seen people get older, have no home, right? No retirement, no stability, and then they're just like, I need help. While you were out there having fun, living your best life, you didn't bother to prepare. It's the same thing with people that don't prepare, right? Shit hits the fan. They're like, hey, I don't have any toilet paper. I don't have any eggs. I'm like, oh, you were out there having fun. You're blowing your money, taking trips, blowing it up. Instead of trying to prepare, like, well, I don't want to do that. I've had people tell me straight up, that's boring. I don't want to prepare. I don't want to worry about what could happen. I want to live my best life. I want to take a vacation. And then when shit hits the fan, we had that freeze in Texas. People were crying there was no eggs, didn't have no toilet paper, don't know what I'm gonna do. You better use your hand and wipe your ass and clean it. Just bitching and complaining to the stores and having the food. And I'm just thinking, I try to warn you guys. I even told them, hey, through the grapevine, people are the toilet paper is going to be going up. People are I knew it days in advance. I'm not going to say, ooh, Red Out knows everything. But through my channels and resources and just from what I was hearing in the Purple group, they were talking about the toilet paper shortage. And I thought, let me go get 2 jumbo 40-pack rolls. And sure enough, I went to the store, grabbed the last 2. Lady came up behind me. She was, no toilet paper, right? She was like, there's no freaking toilet paper. I'm like, and I was like, do you want one of these? And she's like, well, I didn't want to buy that. I'm like, if you don't buy it, somebody else will. And if you don't want this, I'm buying it. I'll take it with me. She's like, no, I better buy it. And I'm thinking, you goddamn right, you better buy it, because you're gonna be wiping your ass with your hand or some leaves. And it's not that you want to be a hoarder. It's not that you want to like take the last roll. It is what it is. I had enough sense to go to the store and get the last 40-pack roll. We were good. we didn't suffer. We didn't go without. The only thing we didn't have was the whole water. That sucked because I was down to my last few bottles of bottled water to use as drinking water and flushing the toilet, and that freaking sucked. I'm not ashamed to say it. I get sick of my stomach just thinking about how much in depth they may be in. Yeah. Let me go back up here. I would give you okay. Yeah, you know the old saying, don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah, I know that because we do we we be because we be out in the streets committing crime every single day. Exactly. You can't help everyone. No, you can't. You can't help everyone, Mr. Orange. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. I get sick to my stomach just thinking about how much in debt they may be in, or people who spend all their money on prepping and can't retire. That's the other thing is, Josh, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm preparing for my future, right? I have this opportunity with my grandpa's house to put some money aside, pay off some bills, put some money toward my retirement 401ks, get myself back to where I was supposed to be, right? I was married, got a divorce, um, lost some of my pension, have an opportunity to buy it back, or I could go out and live my best life and buy a motorcycle and take some trips and buy 7 AK-47s and buy 10,000 rounds. Or I could be responsible and put a little bit of money aside to pay off my debts, put a little money aside to put toward my retirement, maybe buy 1 or 2 firearms and some ammo, which I have plenty of, right? Put some money for a nest egg and diversify my funds, right? Put some money in savings, put some money away from the kids, fix up my house, right? Pay off my debts because that money will go. It will be gone one day. I don't want it to be gone right away. I want it to stretch out as long as I can. To me, that's living my best life. Yes, I may not be taking the popular trips and posting pictures that I was in Jamaica or, you know, I got a new boat, now I'm at the lake, you know. If I was single, maybe a little different, but I have to think outside the box. Let's see, Princey, two birds who seem to live their best life. I don't know who they are, Prince EA and J. You know, the thing is, let me say this, and I hate to say this about other YouTubers, but for y'all that don't know, or that y'all are blinded, or you're new to YouTube, let me say this without calling out anybody. This is your boy Red October, so listen up. Yo, about to drop some lines on you, right? YouTube is not what you see or believe to be. People are sharing a small window of their life with you. They are projecting the life they want you to see. They are not who you think they are. I've said this message many times. I'm saying it again. Wake up. The character that you see on YouTube is not the person in real life. You should be able to grasp that without me calling out people's names. It's not about that. It's just seeing the bullshit and seeing the reality. The channels that are small channels, the ones that are not popular, those are the ones living a real life. And hopefully you see that in my channel. The ones that are a lot of entertaining, smoke and mirrors, high sub count, got their channel set up to donate and pay and blah, 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 and Patreon. Those are setup channels. My computer just died. Those are setup channels. They're projecting an image so that you will like them, so that you will sub them, so that you will think that they are cool. And there's nothing wrong with being entertaining. There's nothing wrong with that. I always say just be honest when you project that. When you project, this is where I want to take the channel. This is who I am. I'm gonna set up the lights, right? Right? Now my channel's gonna go down because I'm not cool, right? I don't have the lights and shit, right? We know you're the real. Thank you, Heather. And there's nothing wrong with being entertained. There's nothing wrong with liking another channel. Just know that you're getting a projected small window of that person's life. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I like this channel. It's entertaining. Because I watch some of the shitty channels too, believe you me. They're entertaining. It's like a shit show. I'm like fucking being entertained by it. But I also know that they're probably not the person they're projecting in real life. And some people want to live in that reality. They're like, I'm okay. I want to be lied to. I want to believe that this person that I'm seeing exists. I want to believe that this person is living this way. Even though I know they're probably not, I want to believe in it because it's entertaining, right? Give me a second. Let me plug up my computer. All right. This is the reality of a computer going down. But as long as you're okay with that, as long as you're okay with being entertained, if you want to call that, that's fine. What gets me is like the bullshit that's portrayed is not understood that it's a character, right? You're portraying to be this person. Whether you title your channel a certain way, whether you're being entertaining, it's fine. But don't try to portray yourself as this is really how I live my life day to day. I know everyday life is boring, right? It's not entertaining. It's like, go away, right? You're not fun. You're not entertaining, you know? Spice it up. Lie to me, right? Lie to me. You know? And I don't want to see people bamboozle. I don't want to see people fool because I'm like, it's okay to have fun. But just know that this is a small window. That's all I'm saying. So, let me get the computer back up here. It's YouTube. They're attacking me, right? They're keeping the man down. They don't want Red to progress. Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy. It's your boy. Let's see. Shit show, man. All right. That shit's too funny, right? So anyway, I tried my best to keep it real. I really do. I don't want to bamboozle y'all. I don't want to say, give me this and that. I just want to do my best to be entertaining, to be part of this community. Yeah.
All right, there's one and you know me. I always say I built the best motherfucking targets. I'm gonna say that. Okay.
Slim Shady. I get it.
Y'all went for that shit, right? But anyway, because I'm a bad motherfucker. All right, y'all. It's your dog Trap, aka bad motherfucker, aka kick a motherfucker in the nuts. Bitch, did it again. Ow.
Out. Oh my goodness. I cannot. I'm like, I can't. You have to go see that. If you haven't seen that video, I posted earlier. And I edited that thing together. I was just, oh my God. Would I like you to know now would I say everything that wasn't true? Shadow banning, right? I'm with you, Red. I take most of them. Yeah, as long as you take it with a grain of salt and you know, hey, this is entertaining. I'm not going to believe this is gospel. I'm going to do my own research and I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. It's all good. I think I think, and I'll say this positively about every channel out there, good, bad, the ugly. I think we all have the one thing in factor is we want to produce good content. Some of us are going to spice it up a little bit more. Some of us are going to throw some salt in the back. Some of us are going to be like, let me put the light show on for you. Get the microphone. I got me new studio microphone. Mic check, 1, 2, microphone. We all want the one thing in common. We all want to be entertaining. We all want to produce some content so that you come back to us. That's speaking for all channels out there. The ones I like, don't like, the ones I don't care for. We all want to produce good content. Some of us has better intentions than others. Some of us, we don't care. I don't want you to know that. I just want the green. I don't care if you say, hey, you're the best channel. As long as you pay me, I don't give a fuck. I don't want that to be me. Some people do what they got to do because they don't see wrong in that. They're just, I'm getting paid for my entertainment. I'm doing this shit because I like to do it. Red, sorry, you can be entertaining, but you are more thought provoking. Hate to burst your bubble. Oh no, it's okay, KP. You keeping it real. Red, sorry, you can be entertaining, but you're more. No, you're good, KP. You're good. I know who I am, and I know my place here on YouTube. So it's all good. Hey, you know what? Play is gonna play. Some people just do it better than me, and that's why they're where they're at. So I enjoy that one. Some of the club I'm growing disenchanted with. I am growing disenchanted with it. I enjoy that one. Some in the club. I'm trying to break down your comment there, KP. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not too clear on it. Yeah, so otherwise, what else? Yeah, it's been a good day. I mean, despite that I had lots of stuff going on with personal stuff with Grandpa, it's been a blessed day. I'm thankful for my day. I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful for you guys. So, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, an hour and 18 minutes. Can you believe it? So real quick, if I can get a real quick shout out, let me know who's all here. If you don't mind, just say, I'm still here, Red. Deanne just posted, I can really tell when the channel gets wrapped up in all of it. Yeah. And I hope, and I probably have, I hope that I don't ever get to that point where I'm just so ingrained in like my mission is to take down this channel. I don't want to be like that. I want to be peace, love, and harmony, but it's hard for me to stand by and see some of the bullshit. I'm just like, oh, people, wake up, open your eyes. Open your eyes. So, but there's a lot of good people, even among some of the channels that are on my top list, not top list. There are some good people out there, for sure, and you judge a person by their character, by the person that they stand to be. It's all good. Plainly, I like tribe. I'm growing wary of campaign to watch others. Yeah, I know what you mean, KP. Without going into more specifics, I hear you. 10-4, Roger that. I understand. So. I've become disenchanted with a lot of channels. JS. I don't know who JS is. Is that abbreviation for someone we know? Oh no, I don't consider that ranting. Yeah, the thing is, and I'll just speak in general, this is just real talk, as I used to have as a relative, a former relative who used to be in our family. He's not in our family anymore due to divorce. But I will say this: they would always say, "This is real talk. This is real talk." I'm being real. Give me a, bring it in. What's going on? Real talk. This is the thing, and this is not this is not anything specifically, but what you said about I become disenchanted with a lot of channels, right? LOL, JS is just saying. Okay, got you. Is and this happens to all of us, even me. Again, I'll be the first to admit, I'm sure there's people that don't sub me or unsub me or just fell apart from my channel. It happens, right? Even to the best of us. But I will say this, I have noticed in the past, currently, present, channels that I've watched that have just started out so great, like just good-hearted, like, man, you the man. You got something there. You got something special. You own it. Something about people are just drawn to you. They're losing that because of the direction that they've gone. I could be 100% wrong. Just in my view, my opinion, I'm like, they don't have the same comments that they used to have. The people that used to go to their channel and sub them or comment, I don't see that. It's like they've reached out to a whole different fan base, and while they've gone up in numbers, they've lost some of that fire that they had starting out. That genuine fire that was like, you got something here. And sometimes you don't know, because you're human, that you go to the next level thinking, I need to be here, but in order to do this, I got to lose this stuff. I got to cut this stuff out. But in reality is, you lose that fire. You lose that it factor that people saw, and they're like, man, I'm just drawn to him. And it's like, dude, this dude's rolling with a whole different crowd now. Like, I'm not digging the vibe. Like, what happened to this dude, man? What happened to this girl? What happened to this channel that I fell in love with? It's like, and some people will say it's them evolving, because I have had friends that don't do YouTube videos anymore, and I miss that old person. Like, dude, I remember when you used to crack me up and you used to do these voices, you used to make these fun videos, and I have realized over time that's not them no more. They grew up. They're a different person. They've evolved. And while I've enjoyed that person that I knew them to be, that's just them growing and them feeling I need to be at a different place. So on that level, I respect that, right? I respect that. I miss the old channel. I miss that old person. But that's who they are. That's where they feel they need to be. Anyone with the Patreon, I am sub. I mainly sub a small channel. It's just me. And that's so common on so many levels, secret stuff. I mean, I think I can pretty much say I'm there with you. It's something about when you catch a channel starting out, there's something that's untamed, untouched, unsinned about them that you just fall in love with. Like, dude, this dude's fucking awesome. Like, this channel, I love this channel. Like, this, when this guy makes a video, I'm watching it. And then they become this, they evolve into this, like, I want to get to that point. I want to get to the higher status. So now I got to do this. They lose that fire along the way. And I think that because if you keep that genuine level that people love about you, me, for example, you never truly grow because you are staying true to what got you there. And whether you see it as bad or not, you refuse to change, which also hinders you to go to that next level of YouTube status. Right? Like for me personally, I don't want it that bad to have to sell out who I am. And I have a couple close friends that I'm not going to call their name out. Started off with them at the same level, same time, friended them back in the day, blew up. They put everything they had into it because that's the direction they were going. And I respect that. But because they've gone in that different direction, I'm not going to say we're not friends. We don't talk. We don't chat. We don't text. His goals and ambitions is not where I'm at. And I'm going to hold him up by staying friends with him or him staying friends with me. I'm holding him back. Right? I don't want to hold anybody back. I hate to lose that friendship, but that is the reality of people that want to make their channel grow. They have to leave some people behind. They have to say, I can't take you with me. Like I'm going to the top, and you either have to jump on board and we have to play this act, or I have to leave you behind. And the sad part of it is you sell out yourself a little bit along the way. I don't know how many good channels I know today that I don't talk, chat, and behind the scenes, I have friends that will hit me up saying, man, they're just a sellout. Like, all they talk about is Patreon, donate, keep the channel going, go to my links. I get a kickback if you do this, right? And it's like push, fear, and it's like, dude, like, what happened to you, man? If you want to make it to the top, you got to do the deed. I'm just not willing to do that. You know, that's not something that I'm willing to sell myself out on. Call it being foolish and saying, you could be YouTube status ready. You could really be at the next level if you just do these things. This is confession for me. So, when and if I ever make videos, my desire is to share my skill based cooking. That's good, KP. You should. I don't like fear porn. Not a fan. It gets old. It does. But just recognize that is what drives some channels, Heather. Recognize that they have to do that to play the role to stay relevant in the prepping community. I mean, if it's real and it exists, if it's happening, there's nothing wrong with like reporting the news. But even when the news is not there and you're pushing it and you're talking about it, that's you or them stretching it, right? So, anyway. Yeah, and the thing is, and you know, I hope this topic is entertaining or you like discussing it because we're talking about it. But the thing is like, think about this: in the last year and a half to 2 years, how many? If you've been here prior to the zombie virus, how many prepper channels have popped up? How many? A lot. Everybody's a prepper now, right? Flower prepper, sand prepper, mailbox prepper, 12 gauge prepper, right? Fire starter prepper, right? Nerd prepper, right? DJ prepper, right? It's your boy, AKA prepper. You know, everybody's a prepper, right? Everybody just magically popped out of the box, right? The world doesn't play out the way I think, right? And for me, it ought to have been like, you move up in ranks, right? You're curtain prepper, right? But before you become prepper, you're curtain, right? Your channel's, hey, that's curtain over there, right? Like the curtains right here, right? Hey, that's curtain. And then you evolve into this prepper, you know, just like, I'm curtain prepper, sub me, Bird Nation, right? If you don't get this mask, you will die. You know, if you don't buy it from Amazon, and if you don't use my link, you're a loser, you know. Red personality makes an appearance, right? Right. Believe it or not, Heather, this is before your time here with me. Back in the day, we go way back. I used to do another character called Jim October, right? And I had this big ass, bushy Duck Dynasty beard, right? I'd come on there like I'd make my voice deeper and I'd go, "Hey, this is Jim October." Red asked me to fill in for him, and I would do this right, and I'd have my little fan base, people laugh, and some of my fellow YouTubers, brothers, and I'd get a kick out like, "Man, it's Jim October." So I was like alter ego, right? So, right, that was me just being funny, not me trying to like be tactical Red October and shit. Deanne, is that true? And that's true in kind. I don't specify anyone for technical. Yeah, the people that want to make a living, as long as you're honest, upfront, upright, in your heart, doing the right thing, right? As long as you have the best intentions, and if I came on here tomorrow and I was like, "Look, guys, I'm ready, tactical Red October," right? Hey, Guns Coast to Coast, welcome to the after party. If I came on here and said, "Hey, guys, I've given this some thought, all right? I want to go to the next level. I'm going to be making some changes to my channel. I am going to start a Patreon. I'm going to put the live chat links to donate, instant pay thing, this and that. I'm going to put a bunch of links to my store because I want to go to the next level. This is not me e-begging, but in order for me to get to that goal, this is what I got to do." I'm more tuned, and I know not everyone thinks this way, but I am more tuned into somebody saying, "Hey, they're just being honest. At least you're telling me I'm going from this to this." But when people start doing things and they're like, "Man, why are they doing this and doing that and doing this? And now they got this account set up and now they're trying to, join forces and this and that." To me, it's like there's a hidden agenda behind that. Just be honest. Just say, "Hey, man, we're going to the next level." And some people say, "Well, that's what they did say, or that's what he said. They're going to the next level, so that's what we do." Maybe I heard it, maybe I didn't, maybe I don't see it that way. Just be honest. This is what we're doing. Donations help us. We greatly appreciate it. In fact, we're going to set up a store. I respect that. I have no issue with that. But when people put on an act and fear porn and do these things behind the scenes and act and not truthfully come out and say, "This is what we're doing," that's what gets me. That's what frustrates me. And this is why I say what I say. It's not to destroy or cancel anyone. It's just like, dude, just be honest. Like, be upfront, be honest, right? You get more respect out of that. Side note, from today, in the next year, I want you to keep track of how many channels you'll see go away once the content, material, and the gig is up. And I want you to come back and say, "Red, you were right. You're the man." And my wife would tell me, "That's not. You need to be humble, honey. Be humble. Don't be that way." And then I will say, "I know," to my wife, and I'll be like, "You're right. All wise and knowing. You're right." All right, let's talk about something else. What do you want to talk about? I was actually looking at the Benelli M4s. Well, I would love a Benelli M4, but I think the Benelli, there's one, what is that one called? It's a Benelli something, an automatic. Let me see if I can find it. I'll tell you the one I want. Let me see. I would love the M4, but let me see. Benelli. Let me go to the tactical store, my big box store. Let's see what we got. I've been looking at them. I was like, man, I've been looking to say, man, I'm gonna get me. I really am a shotgun guy. I'm not really a AK-47, AKA. I love this double barrel side by side. I love. Okay, so it's a Benelli M4 H2O tactical semi right shotgun. It sells for $1,999.99. I'm not saying I have that kind of cash, but one day if I'm ever blessed to have that cash, I think that'll be the shotgun that I want to get. Because the Benelli M4, like the ones in the military that we see, those things are like 4,000, I think. This one's like chrome plated, I think. It has that chrome with the black, what is that called? Not rubber, but what is it called? That the Glocks are made out of. I can't think of the damn term. Extensions for chrome fireboxes and dislikes. YouTube removes it completely. Yeah, I've noticed that the dislikes is gone. So you can dislike all you want, but it never shows up because they don't want to dissuade people from going to someone's channel and stuff. So polymer, there you go. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yeah, it's like chrome plated polymer. I'm trying, just don't do white ads. Oh yeah, Benelli is great. Red, does your wife mind the time you spend? She understands that. We'll dive into that now. I haven't even eaten. I'm getting hungry. But so let me say this from the get-go. I can't even tell you an exact number. I'll say several. I know several people on YouTube, past and present, that have gotten a divorce because of marital problems, and they spent so much time on YouTube. Whether YouTube was a factor, the nail in the coffin, or the fact they were on YouTube as much because they were having marital problems. I don't think I spend as much time as others do, KP, but my wife knows this is like my side thing that I like to do. Most of the time, I mean, we both work during the day. She's watching her TV shows. Sometimes she's in the living room and I'm outside so she can see me. It's not like I'm, streaming, talking to girls and shit. She doesn't mind it, but I always try to keep a balance. And I even told her that I tell other people, be mindful of the time you spend. And while people may see me here, I know a lot of people that spend way more time on YouTube than I do. So I'll do a lot of short video updates, but it's because I'm outside throwing knives, doing a little talking video. But there's some channels that, man, they're on here for like hours and they do like lives every night. I don't do lives every night. And I'll be honest with you, I'm rolling solo tonight. So my wife's not even here. I'm in the house home alone. So I got the front door open, but the screen door's locked. YouTube's a sympathy of occurs just like. Yeah, it can be, and you just have to have that fine balance of it. If you're single, man or woman, it doesn't matter because you're probably occupying your time, right? But when you're married, you do have to find that balance because it can definitely interfere with your marriage. Taking the dislikes. Just because I know it pisses them off. Yeah, they don't see it unless they go into their like little flow chart of like how many thumbs down they have, and even then they probably don't even do that unless they really care about the what is it, the YouTube algorithm and analytics. I think that's it. It's like, because I'm looking at my screen right now. It says analytics. I can click on this video and it'll tell me like runtime, who's watching, or the runtime that people watch it and so forth. So I don't look at that shit. It just doesn't interest me. Like some people really get into it. Like in order to not beat this, if you want to grow your channel, you have to understand how this works. I don't care to understand it. I don't. Secret stuff, you know that. Secret stuff has, tried to say, hey, if you do this or that, whatever, try to give me some pointers, but I'm like, honestly, dude, I don't I don't care for that. I'm not trying. My channel, it should never be that much work. It should just magically happen, right? It should just say, hey, this is a good channel. YouTube recognizes that, pushes my channel out there. But I understand when people say like, subscribe, hit the notification, share, put it on Twitter, Facebook. Guys, I'm going to shut it down because my wife is calling me and she's been sending me some messages. I haven't responded. So I'm going to talk to her. It's been great. Love you all. This is that balance part where you spend time with friends online and your wife. So the wife calls, I got to answer. So I type so fast. LOL. All right, brother. Adios. Have a good night. I hope y'all enjoyed the chat. As always, I'm grateful. Appreciate it. Leave your comments below as they pop up. I'll read them toward the end there. So good night. God bless. I will make another video tomorrow.